What up, everyone? This is Francisco. So, I've been noticing that a lot of these properties don't have they don't have the cameras. Well, they have cameras, but they don't have the advanced cameras, monitoring, recording, and monitoring and recording, night vision, and all that stuff. Well, some of them do, but most lights are either controlled like on a timer, or a sensor, and I believe that I believe that these floodlights that they sell at Home Depot and Lowe's or Amazon or Alibaba, wherever you might buy them or find them at, honestly, through the internet, I just think that people should have them installed, because a lot of people, they just have the censored cameras, and they're not like advanced and modern. But I did find some. I found one that I actually purchased that I really liked. I actually searched through a bunch of floodlight cameras, and that is the one that popped out to me. That's the one I was interested in. That's the one I had, my taste after, and that's what I got. So it's a really great floodlight. It has a bunch of cool features, and just like, even out here, I'm out here in, honestly, I don't even know where the heck I'm at, but I can Google it real quick, because this is my recording phone. This here is my actual Obama phone that my mom got me. So let me see here. So I'm at 14611 Rancho Vista Drive, Fontana, California, 92335. So I'm in Fontana, California. We actually drove out because I'm working right here. I'm helping what is it? Ricky's Party Rentals. It's a company here at this building. They might have some other stuff going on here in the same building, but they definitely have Ricky's Party Rentals. Anyway, I got connected with them. I've been working with them, helping them out, $17 an hour. So we were driving out there, and there's a lot of mosquitoes out here. Redlands, California, and there's a lot of homes. They still have those outdated floodlights, just with the sensors, and some of them are, you have to turn on from the inside of the house. But honestly, I think that everyone should upgrade, with these different type of cameras. And the only thing I didn't like about this company that sold them to me was the fact that they only sent me a disclaimer sticker of recording. This property is a sticker. This property is under surveillance, 24-hour surveillance. So they're recording, right? So in this case, I installed them in my mom's house. So that house is under surveillance 24 hours because of the floodlights. But they don't say anything about audio recording, interestingly. And, honestly, that's it. They need to, there needs to be an advisory that needs to be added. Like in prison, when I was in prison, and I would go into the visiting room, it stated this room is under surveillance and monitoring and recording. Yeah, like this. I know the phone calls are monitored and recorded as well. But the rooms where you have to go in to visit family members, it says, that it says something like, this room or this place is under surveillance and monitoring and surveillance or something like that. So yeah, I think that it has to have that legally. So since they didn't provide that, honestly, that's a disclaimer and a lawsuit towards the company and not the purchaser, the buyer of the product, if anything were to happen, right? So, and, some may argue, they might say, not necessarily, but, and I don't know if, we have, three, like three-way, drop shippers, people who are drop shipping. I don't know if they're opening the package and removing, some contents out of, the floodlights, or if they're changing the stickers. I'm not really too sure about all that. But, regardless of the fact, I believe that it should have both. That way, if anyone were to go on the property where these floodlights are, they would basically in court, that's proof right there that, everything is different, based on, case by case basis. So, I'm not going to, throw any examples out there, or illustrations for you people to understand or to try to wrap your minds around what I'm trying to say. It's really self-explanatory. Explanatory. I don't really know how to pronounce that word, but it's so obvious, That's another word. And yeah, like we passed a lot of homes. I'm talking about hundreds of homes. And just looking out here right now, I could see all these lights out here. See all those like floodlights in the back of me. Those are actually commercial grade floodlights. They're actually over here as well, where I'm helping the crew out. This is where I'm working at over here. And these floodlights, they don't have any cameras, any audio, any night vision. They don't have any of that. But however, the company does have some high-end cameras. They do have cameras around their property. So freaking flies, they're everywhere. These bugs, I swear, I feel like they're attacking me. I wish I had my little sprayer so I could spray them. Little soap solution that I make with water. But see, these floodlights over here, they're turned on. I'm gonna show you guys. See that? For some reason, this one over here, that one, this one, and this one, oh yeah, and this one, they're turned on. And as you guys can see, they do have regular cameras. Like there's a camera right here. There's a camera right here. Right there. There's another one right there. Another one right there. I believe that's another one right here. Yep, that's another one. And then right above the 4, right there, that's a camera. And then all the way at the end, you guys might not be able to see it because of the fence, but there's definitely one right there. Yeah, there's a few of them. So I believe that all of them should have the audio recording, everything. Especially these houses. They're just, I think it's just ridiculous how some of these homes don't have that. Especially since everything is going to the cloud, to the servers and stuff like that. In case something were to happen, they will have something to go by. Because honestly, everything has to be backed up. Everything is backed up by default to the cloud, or to like external servers, because even if the user doesn't pay for that, let's say that a user didn't pay for the cloud storage or whatever, well, that footage still goes to the cloud by default, if not through if not through, the user's purchase storage, it gets backed up by default with the company's cloud storage. And it's obviously, well, at that stage, I believe that it's more confidential. Just like their terms and conditions and private privacy policy that like Facebook or Google or all these professional online websites might have, and they say, "Oh, we promise, or we vouch, or we swear." In other words, we swear that we're not going to sell your data to third parties. You see what I'm saying? So the same way, the footage is getting backed up regardless. And whenever there's a shooting or something like that, the cops, the CIA, the FBI, whatever you want to call them. I know there's different branches in the military, and I don't know which one's greater than the other unless I really investigate. But that's not really the importance here. That's not my point either. My point is that stuff is, getting backed up regardless of the fact. Okay? So I believe that you people out there need to have these cameras installed on your property, on your properties. If you have multiple homes, if you have businesses, install them. Why? Because if anything is happening in your neighborhood, you might not be aware of it. You might not think that anything fishy or anything is going on, with your neighbors or with your family members or whoever. But honestly, in this time and age, honestly, you people just never know. Okay? Just leave it at that. You people just never know. Because usually when something happens, it happens from with people who you least suspect. It basically happens with people that you least expect will happen, or you thought something would happen, for instance, me as a little boy molesting, my little cousins, and I was a little kid too. I was only 13, and they were 10, and at night I'll feel on their pussies and shit, and then I will grab their hand and jack myself off. Yeah, I did that. No one ever expected that, and they confronted me about it, and I told them, no, I don't know what you're talking about. But I repented, I tried my best to tell them that I'm sorry for doing that. And although we don't really talk to each other and express each other's feelings to one another, we all know that we love each other, But yeah, like, honestly, you know, we're dealing with AI, with a cloud. And I believe that AI is the Holy Spirit. Okay? It's convicting us of sin. It's doing a lot. It's doing a lot for us, more than we would ever care to share or to express. See, that doesn't have a camera. There's a camera there, but not up there. So you people have to understand, like, I'm not fucking perfect. Okay? I made a lot of mistakes in my life, in my lifetime. And I'm young. I'm only 32. I'm about to be 32, actually, on July 4th. 2022. So, it's June 27th, 2022 right now. Like, that's just the way it is. You know, like my cousin, he's doing life in prison for supposedly, you know, killing a girl in a drive-by shooting. But honestly, I don't think he killed anyone. I think they're just trying to teach him a lesson. So I think that's why they locked him up for so many years. But I could be wrong. Maybe I am wrong. You know, especially in this life, everything is like psychological. Everything's a trip. You know, especially if you let it get to you. You know, this life could be a trip. It's weird. It doesn't make sense. There's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of people are just out there, like I like saying, a lot of people are out there like pirates. And they're all out there greedy as fuck. Just trying to profit themselves, their own family members. And then people have perfected this strategy. So they work with other family members, and then they call it a network. And they sure know how to fuck people over. You know? It's crazy like that. And even if they have to lie, some of them, they'll lie just to make money. They don't give a fuck. Some of them have no remorse, no fucking mercy. So, you know, we're dealing with some fucked up shit. Like, we were just watching a movie at the AMC theater. It's called The Black Phone. Something, The Black Phone. Let me look it up real quick. Yeah, see, I still have it right here. The Black Phone. Yeah, it's called The Black Phone. And it was this guy. He would go around in a black truck, black van. And then he would release black balloons. And he would kidnap children. And then he would murder them. Well, eventually, they figured it out. You know? They figured out who it was and they arrested him. But we hear stories like that all the time. You know? All the time. It's crazy. It's all over the place. It's going on everywhere. People are stealing from each other. People are robbing each other. People, you know, are fucking each other. Even married people, they're fucking each other. You know? They're committing adultery. So we are the ones with the problem here. We humans are. We humans are the ones with the problem, not the internet, not AI. What we humans try to do is conceal. We try to hide everything AI has to expose. Especially if it doesn't benefit us. Especially if it could lead to fucking death. Right? But I don't give a fuck anymore. Shit, if someone has something against me for whatever reason, like I really don't see a reason why anyone in this world would have anything against me. But if someone does have anything against me, then it's like, whatever, like, deal with it. Take care of your beef with me. But I know, like, everyone loves me, and I love everyone. And I'm just trying to figure all this out. Honestly, this life is so weird. Yeah, like, I honestly been trying to, like, share all this information with everyone, because this technology stuff, man, is going to stop a lot of that stuff, if it isn't already. And I believe that is the true light in a dark world. The cameras. Because, like this movie, The Black Phone, if all these neighbors had these cameras, they would have figured out who it was a long time ago. It would have prevented deaths. Okay? And imagine there's places in the world right now where cameras are scarce. It's rare. It's a rarity. And that's sad. So that's why that's why I believe in the internet, because the Bible says that the Holy Spirit convicts us of sin. So does the internet. We go to the store and we get tempted to steal something. That's why people put on face coverings when they're about to go kill someone or rob a store or a liquor store or whatever the case may be, or a bank. They put on a covering, a face covering, because they feel convicted. They feel like, well, if I go in like this, I'm going to get recognized and I'm going to get caught. See, so they're trying to hide their real identity. You see it? That's the same thing with the digital ID that I've been trying to share with all of you guys. Without it, we are technically allowing these people to hide, right before our very eyes. I mean, and then they want to throw motherfuckers in prison, in jail and shit. Well, that's cool and everything, but, like, you motherfuckers need to realize as well that, like, like that, with all this technology, we're able to technically see what's really going on, we have all the evidence through the internet. You know, the cameras and all that, audio recordings and all that. And I even like talked about sharing, you know, these well, I shared a bunch of ideas through the internet, and I think that, well, I thought about different ways for us to serve our country, to serve people, to serve each other. You know, and just to let everyone know my story, like, I got arrested at the age of 17, and I was charged as an adult. I didn't get out till I was 23. I was facing life in prison. As far as they told me, as far as I was concerned, I was in there for gun charges, intimidating a witness, attempted murder, and gang enhancement. The attempted murder got dropped to great bodily injury. So yeah, like, that's the story of my life, you know. But you know, we can't hide our sin, you know. That's why we have Jesus Christ, you know, who forgave us of our sin. He forgave us of our sin. That doesn't mean that people have. Doesn't mean that. You know? Doesn't mean that at all. And some people, they like to hold grudges against other people. But I love the internet though, because honestly, people, it protects people. It shelters people. It gives people comfort. It gives people peace of mind.